Hi, I'm Amy.
Hi, I'm Amey.
I'm a case manager here at UAA Family Services. And what we do is we work with kids and teenagers and families that are referred to us by the Sheriff's Department, the school, other mental health organizations in and around our community. And we just kind of go in and we help the teenagers like yourselves or the families or both kind of work together and figure out what they're here for.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get started, I want to go over some confidentiality stuff with you. Here's this paper, it kind of lays it out, and it just kind of goes through whatever you tell me is confidential. I'm not going to tell anybody else between you and I.
Mm-hmm.
And the only time that comes as an issue is if you tell me something along the lines of you're going to hurt yourself or you're going to hurt somebody else, then I'll have to tell somebody.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay. So if you do have questions about that, just ask me anytime. Or if you have something you want to tell me and you don't know, you can say, hey, if I tell you this, what's your action's going to be?
Yeah.
I'll let you know, honestly.
That's good to know.
Okay. So you're here because the Sheriff's Department referred you.
Mm-hmm.
And what are your thoughts on that?
Well, honestly, I probably deserved it. This was the second time. So the first time I got an MIC, it was after a football game, and I was there with the football team and then the cheerleading team, which I'm on, and we just spray painted some trash cans after the game, and the security guard called the cops on us. And they kind of let us go with just a slap on the wrist. But this time, my friend was having a house party at a place that she was watching, so it wasn't her house. And the neighbors called the cops on us, and I actually got escorted off the property. So it was pretty embarrassing, and my mom is really upset. But yeah, I think I probably deserved this one. Last time I wasn't drinking, but this time there was alcohol involved.
Okay. And your friends, they're on the cheerleading squad with you?
Yeah. I'm one of the newer members. I just got on this squad this year. So it's really cool to have these friends because they're really popular. And, they hang out with the football team and all the football team's older brothers who were supplying the alcohol. So, my friends before weren't super cool. We were all really, AP, ski team, so now I'm popular, and sometimes I feel obligated to go to these parties, even though I kind of knew it wasn't a good idea. I thought maybe they would make fun of me if I didn't go.
No, it's exciting to go to those places and have all those friends.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And it's hard when you get caught in the moment and you're doing everything else everybody else is doing. So.
Yeah.
But it's nice to hear that you understand why you're here and, why the Sheriff's Department had to bring you in.
Yeah.
So your mom, she got upset when she had to come get you at the Sheriff's Department?
Yeah, I think she was just more embarrassed that she had to pick me up. And then our neighbors found out because one of the girls that I'm friends with now, her mom is also part of the same country club. So now everybody knows. And when I got home, she just kind of sent me to my room and didn't say anything. But the first time, my parents didn't say anything at all. Like, I thought for a while that they didn't even know that I had gotten in trouble. So I was almost relieved that she was mad at me this time, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Well, it just shows that she cares what you do, and even though she's mad, she still notices.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your dad, is he still around?
He is. He works a lot.
Oh, okay.
He works with Apple, so he flies to California a lot, like twice a month. So I don't see him very often. So he hasn't been there either times that I've gotten an MIC. But he's never really said anything about it, and I haven't talked to him since the other day when I got picked up. I don't know if my mom's told him or not, but when he's around, he's not really home very much either.
Is that something you'd bring up with him, or you just kind of like push this aside and not?
I've said something before, because when I joined the cheerleading team, I wanted him to come and watch me, but he couldn't because he's out of town, and then when he's in town, he has all these other responsibilities, and my mom is busy too. So whenever I'm home, I'm just I do my own thing. I don't really have a curfew. They don't really have any obligations or responsibilities for me like my other friends do. So I kind of just decide what I want to do every day.
I see. And having those new friends, going out and stuff,
Mhm.
that's what you like to do?
Yeah, and I don't know, I'm kind of lonely at the house by myself, so.
Okay. That's good to know. So other than, going out after the games and stuff, what do you do with your friends, like after a regular day of school?
Regular day of school. Well, one of my friends, she has her own car, and so we like to go to the mall a lot, and we only pick up her boyfriend, and then there's an older boy that I really like, and we hang out with him, but he's been graduated for a couple years now, so I can't tell my parents about it, or they'd be really mad if they cared. But so we go to the mall and stuff and just drive around, and sometimes I come home really late at night, even on school nights, just because I can't be like, hey, I have to go do homework, because I don't really do homework. My old friends, we used to hang out and do study groups and watch movies and stuff, but I don't really do that with my new friends.
Okay. Do you have homework that needs done though?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Senior year is a lot easier, but I used to be a tutor, and I really liked that. I really enjoyed that. So now I'm just kind of bored after school.
Is tutoring something you'd like to get back into as something after school?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's something we can work on, because it sounds like it's very rewarding for you.
Yeah.
And you really enjoyed it. So we'll work on getting that together.
Yeah.
And so as far as it being your senior year, what's your plan for after school?
I haven't really decided yet. I do want to go to the East Coast. I want to go to college for sure, but my friends aren't really applying to school yet, so I don't really have anyone to talk about it with.
Right.
I don't know. I'd like to go to NYU, and they have a cheerleading team that I'd really like to be on, but I think we might be getting in trouble for what we did over the weekend. So if that's the case, I might not be able to get on the squad.
Right. Excuse me 1 second. So cheerleading in colleges was your next plan, but with this MC it might not occur. And if that doesn't happen, you still want to go to school?
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
I think it'll be nice to leave this town and go try something new, and I don't know. It kind of makes me excited not going to the school that my parents want me to go to.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's part of the reason they're not super supportive.
And which school was it you wanted to go to?
New York University.
Oh, that's exciting. Big city.
Oh, yeah.
And your friends, are they planning on going to school too, or is it kind of?
I don't know. My closest friend, she really wants to move to California with her boyfriend, and I don't know what she wants to do after she's graduated. She doesn't really talk about it. She wants me to go with her, but I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. I just don't have a good feeling about it. So they're not really that into college unless they get on a cheerleading team somewhere else. But,
right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good that you know what's going to work for you, and you know that that's an uncomfortable situation and something you don't want to do. So that's really good judgment on your part. With the school in New York, do you know what you want to study as far as?
I don't know. I would really, really like to do biology, maybe chemistry, try to get into medical school, but that's really tough.
Yeah.
So I haven't really decided yet. But I was a tutor for biology, so I think it's my strong suit, and I'd really like to go back into the sciences.
Great. That's awesome that you have something you're very interested in. With school, it's kind of expensive. Do you have plans on as far as financial aid and stuff like that?
Well, if I went to the school that my parents wanted me to go to, it would be a state school, and they're alum, so they get, credit for that, basically. But for NYU, it's really expensive. and I probably need to apply for scholarships and grants and FAFSA. But I've tried filling that out on my own, and I can't finish it. But my parents are never around to help me,
Okay.
so I don't really know what I'm going to do in that aspect.
Okay. Well, along those lines, I can help you set up time with your school counselor or either another person within our agency and go through that FAFSA with you, and then set up a time that your parents, either one or both, can come in and we can go through their portion of it as well if they have concerns, because they may not know how to do it either. So that's an option. Is that something you want to really be interested in doing?
Yeah, I think that would help me out a lot.
Great. So we can set that up. And we can also discuss that too with your parents when we meet together after I meet with them.
Yeah.
So
that sounds good.
Great. Is there anything, thinking about that meeting in the next few days, is there anything about your parents that you want to either discuss now or bring up? Have I something to bring up at that meeing that you're concerned about?
I just hope that they both come. I know my dad's supposed to be in town next week.
Okay.
But I know that my friends, they think it's really cool that I don't have parents around all the time, but I don't think it's cool at all. And I would really, I know that, I've gotten in trouble, and my sister goes to the school that they want, and they're both really busy, but I think that it would be really nice if they supported me or were just more active in my life and came to my games and helped me with school. So.
Okay. Well, we can definitely bring that up, and either you can bring it up, and then I can kind of mediate and help guide that conversation if it's difficult, if that's a conversation that's kind of difficult, and then go from there with that, because I think that's something that you're very concerned about, and something we can definitely work on as with you and your parents together.
Yeah.
So we'll do that.
Thank you.
So with that, we have a few minutes left. Is there anything else you want to kind of go over, or you have concerns about, or?
Yeah, I think we covered it all.
Okay. Well, it's great getting to know you, Jamie, and I'm looking forward to our next meeting. I'm going to set that meeting up with your parents, and then we'll set up one together. So I'll walk you out to the front desk, and we'll set up that meeting for you in the next couple weeks. And yeah, so
cool. All right, thank you.
I hope it recorded. If not, we can record it next.